Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my coffee account in the description, so if you're able to support the channel that way, it is greatly appreciated. So we are goyfing today, which sounds like it should be a verb, and it's built into a Neoform Oculus deck. So for those who don't know, there is a new Goyf in Edge of Eternity's Cosmogoyf. It's black-green, and like all Tarmogoyf's variants, it is a star 1+ star, and its power and toughness, its power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. So with a lot of cards in exile, this can become a very big, 6/7, 7/8 for 2 mana. Yeah, pretty powerful creature. It has the problem which all Tarmogoyfs have these days, which is that they die to Fatal Push. But we'll worry about that when it happens. But yeah, we are going to try out this card, and it seems to fit quite nicely in an Abhorrent Oculus style deck. Obviously, Oculus, if we're not cheating it into play with Neoform, which we do have the option to do, then we are kind of exiling lots of cards and using our graveyard to kind of help that happen, which will grow our Cosmogoyf. Treasure Cruise kind of does a similar kind of thing here. Exiling 7 cards potentially, and kind of growing the Cosmogoyf a huge amount. If that's not really a viable option, then this can just be a 2-drop that we sacrifice to the Neoform to go and get the Oculus. Obviously, we'd rather have a bit more value off it when we cast something like a Philagi Archaeologist or a Picklock Prankster. That's a better way of doing it. But yeah, the Picklock Prankster again fills up our graveyard, gives us the options for then hard casting an Oculus or a Treasure Cruise. So yeah, there's some neat little interactions in this deck, but mainly it is an Oculus deck, which is splashing into black to play Cosmogoyf and a few other things. So we got some cheap card draw and card selection with Consider. Stubborn Denial is a pretty good counterspell in this deck. If you have an active Goyf with enough cards or an Abhorrent Oculus in play, this is just a 1-mana negate. Then we got some early interaction with Fatal Push and Thoughtseize as well. Very good early game plays that again fill up the graveyard. So yeah, it's a pretty self-explanatory deck, to be honest. Everything is a 4 of. Yeah, it's nice and neat at least. It looks very pleasing, doesn't it? Just, yeah, 10 different cards, yeah, that is basically it. So yeah, we've got 20 lands, which is again relatively low land count. You could convince me to go up to 21, maybe trim a Treasure Cruise. In fact, I think I shall try that. I don't think we need to necessarily kind of force ourselves to be too ambitious here. 4 Treasure Cruises can potentially cause problems later on. So yeah, 21 lands, I think we will try. Again, it's pretty tough on the mana base. There's not a huge amount of green, but we do need to be able to hit all of our colours quite early. Cosmogoyf less so, because we're probably not playing on turn 2, but Neoform we're going to need turn 3. So yeah, we need to be able to do that. So plenty of dual lands. We're only running the 1 Surveil land, because we do want to hit 1, 2, 3 pretty consistently untapped. Then 1 basic land and Ottawara as well. In the sideboards, we've got 3 copies of Duress, so some more hand disruption, counter magic with Eighth Gust and Mystical Dispute, Bitter Triumph, some additional removal. Paw Patch Formation is a good answer to annoying flying creatures or enchantments, particularly flying creatures which get in the way of our Oculus need to go. Unlicensed Terse, obviously we want to leave our own graveyard alone, but we will want to hit theirs, and this is also potentially be a good creature. And then if the opponent's packing a lot of removal, then we do have the No One Left Behind option to bring in as a 2-mana reanimation spell that hits both our Goyf and our Oculus, and is another way of cheating the Oculus into play. So we do have other options for doing that, and again, splashing into black gives us that option. So yeah, that's the deck. Looking forward to this one. So yeah, Cosmogoyf with Oculus, with Neoform. There's a lot of things going on. Let's see if this can make anything happen. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's take it onto the ladder. Okay, so we are on the draw, and that is not a keepable hand by anyone's definition. Yeah, this is slightly better, so I think we can put back Cosmogoyf in this hand, as we don't really have any ways of using it yet. Okay, the opponent's running some sort of lands combo deck. Yep, so they're running the Wandering Minstrel Scape Shift. Yeah, let's just lose the Spelunking here. Another Cosmogoyf. So I think we'll free the Fae at the end of turn. Yep, fine. I'll pick up another Consider. Okay, Stubborn Denial's not terrible here. Balaji Archaeologist. Now we got various options for finding good stuff. Okay. Missed a land drop there. That's pretty good news. That could go. Fatal Push is also fine. So yeah, I think I'm going to take out the Analyst now before it can start doing things. Then yeah, we just hold back again. Do really want an Oculus or something like that. That can go. Ooh, Treasure Cruise is quite spicy here. Yeah, I think we might as well start. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't think it hugely matters which cards we get rid of. Okay, Oculus is fine. But I'll get a Cosmogoyf down. This turns on Stubborn Denial as just a hard lock. Seven cards in the graveyard again. It's pretty good. So, yep. I should have Oculused first here, actually. That would have significantly grown the Goyf. Yeah, never mind. I think if you grow the Goyf too much, they'll just block anyway. So I got my other Stubborn Denial available, so this is going reasonably well. Yep. Cosmogoyf coming in. Okay, so lands. Do I want the Unlicensed Hearse just to chew on the lands in their graveyard? Or is that a bit too slow? I think I want a couple of Duresses. Yeah, maybe I do want the Unlicensed Hearse. That can go in. Stubborn Denial felt pretty good there. Fatal Push is good against Aftermath Analyst. Poor Patch Formation, I suppose, destroys Spelunking. So maybe one. Then I've got to lose 5 cards. Trim a Cruise. Then maybe just Philargy Archaeologist. A bit more of a control deck. I don't think I want Bitter Triumph. I suppose Bitter Triumph does interrupt their Lumra combo, but... Yeah, this one's going to have to do, so Cruise Land can go back. Neoform with nothing to target. Okay, well, at least I can take the stock up, so they're kind of out of stuff to do for a bit. Cosmogoyf not looking great here. I mean, I had to mulligan to 5, so it's not necessarily a surprise that I'm not in a good place. Does this cost 6? Well, that's going to come out soon. Yeah, alright. It's a pretty good draw. Yeah, I'm going to need something quite specific here, like 2-drop into land. Okay, well that's something. So I can play a Cosmogoyf this turn, and then I'm Neoforming it next turn. But they can play Bonnie Pool, which is going to be a problem. Yep. Okay, well, I can Fatal Push the Ox at least. Yeah, I've fallen a bit too far behind in this game, I think. And I think we want Bitter Triumph for sure. At least this is happening in combat, so they can't use the mana. Unlicensed Terse. Well, thanks for coming to play. You're a little too late, unfortunately. So we'll sack the Goyf. Go and get an Oculus. Stubborn Denial can do nothing about Yorion, unfortunately. Blag. Yeah, I think we're getting close to a concession here. So many cards. I'll take the 6. Yeah, okay. So I think Unlicensed Terse actually needs to come out. I think just doing 2 lands a turn just isn't good enough. So yeah, take that out. Trim a couple of duresses as well. I think Bitter Triumph and Mystical Dispute can go in. Mystical Dispute hits Stock Up, it hits Minstrel, it hits Bonnie Pool. I think it's got enough targets. Don't think I want Paw Patch Formation. Maybe I just want Aether Gust instead. Again, good hit against the bigger plays. Like, we can delay Scape Shift as well. My Kingdom for a keepable 7. I think this is a mulligan. Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. I don't love this hand, but I think it has to be a keep. So we're ditching Consider. We need to hit a blue source, like, urgently. No, that won't do it. I suppose Bitter Triumph gives us some game for a turn or 2, but it's not looking great. Yep, no, too many shocking opening hands, unfortunately, for this match. Bit of triumph, that. Cosmogoyf as a 0-1 feels great. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna lose, but like, what can you expect when you draw like this? Okay, well, that gives us something, I suppose. So we can Neoform this into an Oculus. My sense is that it's all a bit too late, but you never know. Okay, that by itself doesn't do a huge amount. Okay, Lotus Field's quite bad. Okay. I think I'll ping this off before they can activate it. Yeah. Four cards in graveyard. When I said before the mill, I mean, so that they just don't get 3 more looks. Okay, Yorion bouncing Spelunking I could live with. Yeah, I quite like that too. So I'll attack with Neoform. Neoform? Oculus. So we're not actually dead here. I mean, it kind of depends on what they've got going on. I can go get another Oculus. But we've got a lot of power on the board. They've got 3 cards in their hand. Okay, this is good. Hopefully might just go and fetch another Nissa. No, we're not that lucky, are we? This is all fine, but they do actually need something to do with that mana. Kind of depends on what their last card is. There's not drawing anything else this turn unless they've got something to do with it. No? Okay, don't hate that. So let's send in both our Oculuses. Play another one. I think we are just going maximum ham here. And all this probably means they need to win the game this turn. Can they? And that'll help. What creature can they bring back here? an analyst, maybe. None of those cards are Lumra. Yep, they're going to try doing it again. Okay, now they have Lumra. Because of course they do. Yeah, I think if we had just been slightly less slow off the mark there because of such a terrible opening hand, we'd have been fine. Close game. Okay, this is a keepable hand at least. Turn 1 Shadow Spear. Interesting. I think I'll keep the Goyf. Eventually building up to Treasure Cruise, it's going to be quite good. So this is a Hammer Time deck, sure thing. And a Quarry Steel Cutter. It's probably going to be quite tough, I think. Okay, Stubborn Denial is at least something. Alright. Let's play Phalange Archaeologist. Pick up Fatal Push. Okay, so we got some options now, at least. Ooh, interesting. Well, let's kill their Cloud. Now, I think I want an Oculus as opposed to Cruise here. So we'll play that. We'll leave in... Well, we're not getting them back in this particular game, but we'll leave in the other Oculus. Now at least Stubborn Denial is a full counter spell, so if they try and, like, get me with a Sigarda's Aid or something. No. Okay. Well, this is where Paw Patch formation not hitting artifacts is quite unfortunate. So I do think I want a couple of Duresses. Yeah, and I'm not sure I can sideboard much else against what they're doing here, to be honest. I'll ditch the Treasure Cruises. They're too slow. Yeah, Bitter Triumph can go in. Trim one Archaeologist on the draw as well. Paw Patch, they don't really have any flying creatures. Aether Gust, I suppose, does hit Steel Cutter, but not if it's a turn 2 Steel Cutter. Yeah, I think that's fine. We were able to sneak game 1 there. Yeah, I think this is a keep. I think I need push available to me rather than consider. Ember, sure thing. Kill Kemba. Got an Ornithopter? No, Moxam, that's fine. So what's going on here? I'm now basically out of stuff to do, so, you know, have at it. Okay, just getting another equipment is not that scary. Lion Sash, okay, okay. Okay, I like having Stubborn Denial. 5 cards in graveyards. Yeah, I think this is a ditch whatever it is into the graveyard. Yeah. So this is technically a creature, isn't it? So I can't do the thing I want to do. Okay, that's fine. They can't activate it this turn. Yep, in you go. Down comes Oculus. 1, 2, 3. I'll leave in Cosmogoyf just because why not? I mean, they'll eat it with the Lion Sash anyway. Cool. Okay. Good, good. Oh, with these wildly unkeepable hands. I think this one is a keep, just because we might be able to Stubborn Denial our way through this problem. Okay, that's good. I'd rather have Denial than Thoughtseize right now. Turn 1 Mutavault's interesting. Mono black, sure. Okay, if that's what they're doing turn 2, don't hate that at all. Obviously, Fatal Push would be hilarious here, but... Right, now let's see what they're up to. So yeah, it's a mono black deck. Let's take Shieldred. Stubborn Denial that. Oh, they can just pay the 1, I suppose, but it stops them attacking from with Mutavault. Protects my life total a little. Yeah, that's fine. I'll play a Phalange Archaeologist, even though I know it's going to die. I think that's okay. I'll pick up Treasure Cruise, that will eventually be good. It'll eventually be very good. Eesh. That's quite annoying. I would wish I could have been able to counter that. Okay, well, play another archaeologist. We can treasure cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got a Neoform now at least, so I think we need to shock in a land to have stubborn denial, so they can't. Well, I suppose they can extinction event anyway, can't they? But whether they want to or not, I think, is another question. Gods. Okay. Oh no, they took my Neoform. Okay, let's go digging. Fatal Push isn't terrible here, I suppose. It's all happening just a little bit too late, unfortunately. If I can shut off their life gain from Annex, that's at least something. They do have two different ways of doing it. They can mutavault or just open the ritual chamber. They probably won't now I've got the fatal push. It doesn't really line up very well for them, but it's just chewing away my life total with this card. Fine. Don't do that. That's the wrong end step. Cosmogoyf as an 8/9 is not terrible, but it's got the fatal push problem. Yeah, I feel very dead here. So Goyf survives one fatal push, but then they can extinction event, and I don't have an answer for that. I think let's play as if I do, even though they can see my hand. So extinction event incoming. So I'll just block here. Okay, I don't hate that. Can play another Cosmogoyf. There's a 9/10. It's not terrible. Would love something like a treasure cruise next turn. Right. Go and grab nothing because I've used my basic land. Oh yeah, it's in the graveyard. Boo! How dare you? Interesting. Dig for a card. Looking for removal, maybe? That seems aggy. They found it, but interesting. Okay, well they can take my. But like, if I draw a treasure cruise here, they're perilously close to dead. I mean, that's a very specific draw, I know, but. Yeah, they found removal for my Cosmogoyf. No, fair enough. So yeah, I don't think. Well, Prankster's a card. It's a card that has an effect, so let's see what it does. Still no Neoforms, huh? Okay, well, just pick up another Prankster. Do it again. Okay, there's Neoform. How many cards have I got left? 22. Okay. Well, they have contrived to keep me alive in this game for as long as possible. Another draw with Castle Lochthwain. I mean, they've got the life, I suppose, but I do have a 6/6 flying. I suppose unlocking the Ritual Chamber here is quite good. It does tap them out, but it gives them a 6/6, which will slowly drain me out the game. 19 cards left in library. Yep, that makes sense. So I got a 4. Yeah, that's not going to do it, unfortunately. So I'll offer the trade, which I think they'll probably take. They can see I've got 2 Pricklog Pranksters. Did need an... yeah, did definitely need my Paw Patch formation here as an answer to Annex. I mean, I don't know what they've got. They could have 2 removal spells, in which case it's a pretty easy choice. They do seem to be thinking about it. Don't know what I would do if I was them. I think I'd snap the block here, get rid of this enabler. You can see I've got 2 Picklock Pranksters, but like this is slowly going to wear me down out the game anyway. And like I've got 1 unknown card, but doesn't seem that interesting. I mean, they're either deep in the tank or they've just gone. which is an odd thing to do considering how far ahead they are in the game. They might have connection issues, I suppose. No, they're here. Fine. They just wanted to take their time. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they took so long over that. Just being annoying, I imagine. Okay, we'll put in Paw Patch formation. We'll put in No One Left Behind. I think I want Duress because of their annexes, but maybe just... Is Thoughtseize enough? No, we'll put in 2 copies of Duress. Stubborn Dinar felt quite weak there. Cosmogoyf felt quite weak there as well, so I think we'll trim those. Trim a couple of Stubborns. Maybe just 1 Duress on the play. Fine. God, my kingdom for just a keepable hand. Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of No One Left Behind here. Okay, that's good. Blanks my treasure cruise. So because of the way this works, I still do get the thing off it, but it didn't matter anyway. Can't play it. So why draw the right colours of mana when you can just draw the wrong colours of mana? Okay, we'll go Prankstering. Okay, well, Neoform does give us something eventually. As soon as I can actually draw a green land. Damn it. Okay. Here comes the card draw engine again. Nope. No, 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 no. No. Okay. Yeah, this has all been pretty unfortunate, but not a huge amount I can do about it. Fine. Okay, they've just got mono removal. Yeah, so without the land, Neoform isn't really doing anything for us here, and this ley line has wrecked us quite effectively. This has been unfortunate. I wonder if this deck needs some like starting towns or something. It's a little painful on the life, but I think necessary perhaps to fix the 3-color mana base. So yeah, we've just been super unfortunate the way we've drawn here. Yep. No, fair enough. Yeah, that was pretty grim. Just could not draw the right lands. I had to mulligan, I think, like almost every game in with that deck, which I don't know. It's either unlucky or the deck just needs reconfiguring. Another one. I keep picking those up. I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, no, interesting. Goyf was definitely like mixed there. There were some games where it looked great, others where it looked absolutely shocking. So I think it's probably not a goer. Yeah, the mana base, there's something off here. Like it's either too few lands, which explains the mulligans, or just not enough green lands, which is possible. Yeah, I think maybe it needs some starting towns. Yeah, no, that was a shame because I feel like the deck could have done better if we'd just drawn slightly less awfully. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So yeah, there's the deck list. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's in the description as usual. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Contribute to the coffee account if you can. And yeah, I'll see you next time.